89 elderly South Korean citizens, decades waiting, and now 3 days in North Korea to meet long-lost relatives. After all the waiting, the political intrigue, the doubts, the moment has finally arrived for the first round of this week's Inter-Korean family reunions. Good to share this moment with you. I'm Alex Jensen for NK Now. So those 89 citizens I just referred to, they were among thousands of applicants from South Korea's side alone. They left by bus for the North's Mount Kumgang resort this morning, having spent the night in the South's picturesque northeastern city of Sokcho. Remember, the Korean border's been sealed for decades, even though many hoped that would be a temporary state of affairs when the war ended in 1953. Those 89 South Korean participants are mostly in their 70s and 80s, but there is a 101-year-old woman among them. It shouldn't be surprising then that some have had to make this journey north in wheelchairs or at least with support. Not that age is a barrier to excitement, it's those small, minor details almost that really tell this story. One of the participants, for example, said she woke up at 3 a.m. waiting to be taken this morning. Apparently many of her fellow travellers were also waiting in their Sokcho hotel lobby, way ahead of their planned departure. The reality is, though, the government has dispatched around 30 medical staff to the venue to brace for any emergencies that might arise. Cases that could be among the participants could yet get in the way of these reunions. Put simply, time is running out. We've heard far too many accounts of people signing up to be reunited only to find out their brother or sister has passed away. For some of them, they will get to see their lost relatives, but only in the faces of their nieces and nephews. But some 57,000 South Koreans are still waiting to be reunited with their families who might be living in the north. And to place that in perspective, if you arranged reunions on a weekly basis for, let's say, 100 participants, it would take more than a decade to see them all reunited. And we aren't likely to see anything like weekly reunions based on recent history. We've witnessed 20 rounds since 2000, the last such event being in October 2015. At least we can say that ties have improved to the extent that this is happening at all, and this latest event will feature separate lunches on day 2, representing the most private meetings since the reunion started. Then again, it's all too brief. By Wednesday, the 89 South Koreans and their North Korean relatives will have met 6 times for a combined 11 hours, and then they are separated again. The organisers will do it all over again, with 83 North Koreans selected to be reunited with their families from Friday to Sunday, but there's no guarantee that any of them will be able to even write each other a letter, let alone speak again after this. That's why many of these people, including politicians in the South, are calling for genuine change going forward, saying there should be more communication options at least to participate going forward. On the plus side, this week was the product of April's Inter-Korean summit, so let's see what next month's summit in Pyongyang might be yet able to achieve.